Bunny is a dinosaur and he is very hungry. Backstage after every show he eat up all the children. Bunny very hungry. He eat up all the children.
Once again to BC's Dear Diary. Today it might be the last time we'll be talking about football in this channel, because if you do not already know, I'm working with this app called the Footy app. It's actually a football super app. So we'll of course have a brand new channel. It will be called Spurs Nation. So here's a little sneak peek for what Spurs Nation is all about.
Audio Jungle.
Spurs in a commanding position 6 minutes before half time. Was it ever in doubt from Harry Kane? Mourinho's first night in North London will be a memorable one.
Yo, so that's Spurs Nation. But today is still BC's Dear Diary. So without further ado, let me bring out my panel for today. My panel for today, I have four gentlemen, four Spurs fans from Singapore. And today I hope it will be a very, very interesting panel and conversation. First of all the way from the land of hard cockers, Mr. Daryl Baby Spikerman.
Good evening, Boone, and good evening to the world out there. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Once again, it's my honor, my pleasure to have you on. So anyway, hey Daryl, how's the legs? How's the recovery?
Recovering well. I've been back to office this week. I just wear the protective boot. So I wear shoe on one side and the boot on the other side. Funky.
All right. And next up, he's the OG himself. All right. He is F2 Shah.
What up? Thanks, BC, for having me here again on Dear Diary, BC's Dear Diary. Glad to be back.
Yeah, currently on all my videos, you are still holding the #1 video, the most views, most likes, most whatever. So hopefully today, with 3 more people with you, we will break even more.
We will.
Right? All right. And for the first time ever on YouTube, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Adnan, the Predictor.
What up, people? Welcome.
How are you today?
All good. I am so excited to be in this BC's Dear Diary, and together with the other panelists. I think we're going to have a great debate tonight.
All right. I look forward to your interesting insights. Okay. Last but not least, he could just be the most controversial Spurs fan in Singapore. Let's go ahead together to welcome Troy. I'm not Dini.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, Troy.
Okay, Daryl, hopefully you recover soon. One leg shoe, one leg boot. Center leg, wear what? Okay. Never mind.
All right, Troy, are you ready for some non-stop Spurs banter today?
Yeah, bring it.
Hey,
All right.
Adnan is here.
Oh yeah, he's there. All right.
So today the first topic, I think we've been talking about this in our chat group and all these things. So all or nothing, Tottenham Hotspur, the Amazon series. I'm watching it for free for the 30 days free trial. Do it. No need to pay money. Okay. So how do you think of the series so far? Okay, let's start with Spikerman.
I think for me, the highlight has to be the transfer dealings. The way they dealt with the transfer. Actually, when I saw Steve Hitching, right, I was not too impressed with him. I'm not sure how good his context is, but we have to look and see. It was interesting to see how Daniel Levy dealt with Danny Rose and Eriksen's transfers. I think Eriksen made it clear in the public that he wanted to leave, and he did work with Levy to find a solution. And Levy was upfront with him, right, and told him if you get a deal from Inter Milan, 20 million pounds at least, and then we will reluctantly agree to let him go. But what struck me, right, was that both Ericsson and Danny Rose have agents, right, proper agents. Shouldn't the agents be doing all this with Daniel Levy? Why are the players going directly to him? I mean, it's fine if you don't have an agent and you deal directly with the club, right? But it's just odd to see them go up to him and then in the players' pantry or canteen area where they have their meals, and then just go up and ask what's the latest update. It's like, I think I expected it to be more formal when the players talk to. It will be the agents who will talk to the owners and the managing directors, and not the players going directly. So that was surprising to watch, lah.
Okay. We'll go more in depth to that next. Shah.
Yeah, I think Daryl covered everything. Sorry?
How do you think about the series so far?
I think it's been good. It really brings you to the backbone of actually how the club is run. I think the highlight for me so far, from 1 to 6, is not an unpopular opinion, but I think being Daniel Levy is not easy. I think it takes a lot. Yes, he's very prudent, but I think it's a difficult task, I would say. It is a difficult and challenging task. Daryl already covered about how the Ericsson and Danny Rose saga went through. And also, I'm not sure about Danny Hitchens, but I think his job, probably he did highlight that. Jose will give him the requirements, and his job is to find according to the requirements given by Jose. But I do have a friend who actually claimed that he can do a better job. I let him speak later. Anyway, so yeah, and I think for me the highlight for episode 4 to 6 was just one bit, which is the one that Loris was giving the team talk. His slang is quite funny, but yeah. I mean, if I were to be a player, I would just be stunned at his accent. Come on, do better, yeah. Come on, get the ball. Come on, Glabs. I find it very funny. I mean, if I was like, I rather get fucked, like Kane, come on, fucking lads, we're gonna qualify. I rather be impressed by that, but not like, come on, we gotta do this, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I find it a bit funny, lah.
Right. Next,
Yeah.
Adnan, don't laugh. Come on, what's your take?
I think one of the key issues is that, to run a club like us, it's not easy. I think Daniel has done a pretty good job so far. But the thing is, when dealing with transfers and all that, we all know he's a pretty hard nut to crack. Even though we can give a lot of names, from going from Chandro to Nali and all that. But, like I said, I mean, Daniel has done a good job so far. And, we should see, and he should see us through. But the only thing is, we should be able to get more silverware and put more silverware on the table. And the fans need more silverware. So that's what we are looking at. But all in all, I think it's a pretty good. It's a good job so far by him.
Okay. Now. We're waiting for this guy. I think he said that he can do a better job. So, Mr. Troy, I'm not Dini. What a take.
Hey,
I mean, if Daniel Levy is watching this, right? Please, I can take over Steve Hitchens' job. Yeah, I can give you like a whole list of players that suits Mourinho's criteria. Just like that, okay? Yeah. So, but anyway, back to that show, All or Nothing, right? 4, 5, 6 doesn't reveal much that we already didn't know, lah. We know Danny Rose has a big mouth. Ericsson wants to leave, so but it's just still nice to watch. But I disagree with Shah, when he says Laurie's team talk with the accent is weird. Because
that's just me, lah. That's just me.
With that accent, right, makes me more, like, oh yeah, okay, I want to do it because I have no idea what he's talking about. But yeah, it looks good. Yeah. But at least we know why he's captain of France, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just my opinion, lah.
Right. Hey, Shah, what do you got to say,
Yes,
man?
that charm.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I mean, fair point lah. It's just that because we rarely see him giving a prep talk. I mean, that's the first time. I mean, probably the only time we could catch him doing that. Because most of the time it's Jose, Harry Kane, and then suddenly, come Lloris. Then he was quite an eye opener lah. But yeah lah, that's just my take lah.
Yeah, hey guys, speaking about our team talks, we saw 3 team talk. One that sounds like this. One that we need the subtitle to listen to. A lot of fucks here and fucks there, and of course and Jose. So you think whose team talks are actually the best?
I think for me, Jose lah. I don't know. I don't know about the rest lah. Because when you say about the the tagline that the official Spurs has been putting, courage, family, and all those, I think it's quite inspiring. I mean, especially for a player who actually really look up to him as one of the top managers in the world. Yeah.
Hey, Sengkang Hawkers, what do you think?
I think I have to agree with Shafi lah. Jose's team talk is the most stirring or motivating and able to reach out to the players. You can imagine Harry Kane giving the team talk, right? But there are players from all over the world, like the French-based players, and can you imagine like Sissoko, Tanguy, Aurier? How much of the Harry Kane team talk they actually absorb? Yeah.
Maybe they got subtitles below also.
Yeah, and the Belgium players or the other European players. But then you have to think back, right? These guys play like 50, 60 games. Even how shocked the voice is also. If you always hear the same voice, right, it will not motivate you. Yeah. So maybe you do need to rotate lah. But we mustn't forget that actually Hugo is the club captain, right? Then Harry Kane is the vice captain. So Kane was standing in at the start because Hugo got injured and all that. Yeah. And Jose, as and when he like, he'll pop in. So it's a good mix to have these players also lah. Maybe they should give Sissoko a go also lah. One of the team talk. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go for Adnan. Adnan, what do you think?
I think Jose's team talk is still right up there. Only thing is we have to, the players. It's down to the players to stand up and deliver. At the end of the day, as much as the team talk can be given by the gaffer and by the skipper, it's down to the players to show what they're made of, and they have to put the ball in the back of the net, and we've got to get 3 points. Most importantly, 3 points.
Agree totally. Troy, if you have a choice of all the players in the club, who would you choose to give the team talk?
I would say whoever who is captain on the day, because when you go on a pitch, I mean, we all played football before at some point in our life. Once we are on the pitch, it's a war zone, and we want our captain to be leading the way. And when we hear him give the team talk initially to motivate us, when we are on the field, we still hear him again. We are going to war together. See? So I rather have whoever is captain on the day lah. And on what Daryl says, that hearing the same person team talk every time won't motivates you. I disagree lah. I hear my wife's voice motivates me every night. What?
Hey,
good things, yeah.
You got
it's basically the law of diminishing returns. You hear the same voice after a while, not that motivated lah.
Alamak.
Okay.
New voices.
Enough about all
new
this. Enough about team talks. Today, the main topic is not the all or nothing. Is this our favorite lah? Transfers. Break it down. Let's break it down. First of all, Daryl.
Where's the graphic?
No graphic. Joe Hart. Why did we sign Joe Hart lah? Why?
Bro, simple reason why we need a good number 2. This fella has won the Premier League before. No problem. If Hugo break his arm again, injure the arm, Joe Hart will come straight in. And the guy is English, and the guy is free. It's a Levy wet dream, bro. Homegrown settle, transfer fee no need, no club want him, wages also pay less. Wow, shock leh.
It's superbly less, right?
Yeah, he took a wage cut all.
Hey, why you talk until he like nobody's Shah, nobody won one?
Because Guardiola came in, totally ignored him, and then he went out on loan to Torino and then West Ham. Dude, this guy won the Premier League before. How bad can he be that he can't pass the ball to the centre back who will play the ball out? What nonsense is this?
Correct.
You totally don't want him at all. It's like nobody want to play 4-4-2 also. But if you have the players and you only can play 4-4-2 you should play it. Our SSSC team whatever formation AVB was playing, Terence will play. And then whatever formation Poch will play, he also want to follow. Dude, we only know 4-4-2 lah. Who want to play 3 midfield behind 1 striker? Come on lah. We only know 2 striker.
What a digress.
That's everything we do. Come on lah. Joe Hart still got legs in him. Joe Hart, come on, man.
Joe Hart, okay, Joe Hart. Next, this guy, I think he is gonna be the steal of the season.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, F2. What's your take?
He appears. He is. We all knew him to be very versatile. He is a wing back. He can actually play also centre back, right? If I'm not wrong. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
left
think
back. Left back.
Yeah.
He's a left back.
He's a left back. He can play right back, and then he can support the wing play also, right? If you notice, most of the time when we play against them, back the past 3-4 matches, he will always be at the penalty box. Somehow he can do more than box to box lah. He can fly back. Unlike Aurier. I agree to disagree lah, but I think he's quite versatile. I think he's the player we need to actually lead on the right side. We can say all we want about dropping Aurier, but if he stays, that he can be a good backup. And we also have stand-ins like Taganga, or I'm not sure about Foyce. I think
Fernandez.
Okay, we get to Jason Fernandez later lah. You and your Fernandez.
Okay. Jackson Fernandez also a 4th choice. Okay, so yeah, I think he would be something for us for his versatility and for his goal scoring instincts. He scored so many goals for a defender. I think he scored. I don't have his stats, but I think he can score goals lah. Yeah.
Okay, next up. This guy, Hobier, he hold the beer. I don't know how to pronounce his name. So maybe this guy will know how to pronounce his name. Okay, we lost him.
Basket.
He don't know how to pronounce the name lah. So he decided, I'm out of here, man. Okay, he's back. Alright. Hey, ask you to pronounce his name, you disappear. Apa lah lu?
Pierre-Emile Højbjerg from Southampton. Okay, I think he's gonna be a good buy. But like I said, I've watched videos from him from his time at Southampton. I think he's got a bit of work to do as a defensive midfielder. But all in all, he's a pretty versatile defensive midfielder. So hopefully, he can bring that versatility into the team. But I'm not really sure if he's got some big boots to fill. But of course, we are pretty confident that he will stand up when called upon lah. So hopefully, it's up to him to deliver next season. But I'm pretty optimistic that we can get something from him. We spent 20 million on him. We should be able to get something from him.
Right. You see this guy in blue impatiently waiting.
Digesting lah. He digesting.
Okay, Mr. Chief Scout. What do you think about our transfer so far?
Mr. Troy Hitchens.
Yeah. No, I'm still trying to figure out how Daryl got from Joe Hart goalkeeper to 4-4-2. I missed the link somewhere there. Suddenly he rants about 4-4-2. Okay, anyway, about Hobier. I think it's a good buy. We need some steel in the midfield because Dyer can't be playing there anymore. We need him at centre back. I'm still not convinced with him, so let's see what he has to do, what he can do. Then what's the other signing? Doherty, right?
Doherty.
Yeah, Doherty. Yeah, I think he's an upgrade to Aurier just by a bit because he has better
Experience.
crosses. His positioning is better. So I think it's a good buy as well. Joe Hart, I don't think so. Yeah, he may won the Premier League right before, but so does many other goalkeepers before. That doesn't mean we have to buy them, right? I mean, if you look at that match against Watford, it's a shot straight at him. What was he doing? He was dreaming. Yes, I think maybe Guardiola sees something in him that he lacks the concentration. That's why he can't make it at Torino. He can't win a place with the two English keepers at Burnley. But okay, as a backup, I think he's decent enough lah. But I think Gazaniga is better than him at the moment. But yeah, maybe he can prove himself and get back to where he was at before. But I mean, it's Man City lah. He won the Premiership. You put any decent goalkeeper, so he still win. Right?
So if you put me at Man City, can win Premiership or not?
He said decent.
Of course lah, you can.
What?
Oh, he said it, not me. Yeah. But I think
Okay, just now when Shah was talking about Matthew Doherty, who is our right back, I got a friend because I can see everyone. This guy in white, he shake his head, He's not impressed, He keep lobbying for this Belgian guy that got okay, come on. Who is that guy?
He called me just to tell me about this, Boon. He called me, bro. He called me. He said, bro, this player, bro. Dude from Atalanta. Okay, let him talk.
All right. Hey, what do you want to say? He's not a player.
No, because the thing why I called Shah was because I saw that he was keen on going to Spurs, and I said okay, it's a good move because we have watched him. I mean, on Syria and all that, they've been watching for playing for playing for Atlanta and all that. I mean, he's a decent right back, what? So I thought it'd be a good move if he comes to Spurs, and then also if we get another right back, then it might force Serge to go off because everybody's been saying that our number 24 is giving us this brain farts of the highest century. It's like we definitely need some new blood inside, and I thought maybe I would be like telling Shah hey, listen, I think you just got the best right back in Serie A, so why not we just get this guy? If you put us a 10 million bid for him, 10 million bid for him, we can definitely get him inside. What?
But we got the second best left. We got the second best right back in the EPL.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would say it's a wasted opportunity because Timothy and his dad already said that they both wanted to come, but after all,
spoke
Daniel
to Jose, right?
Said, he spoke to Jose and said, it's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen
unless Serge Aurier leaves. So
it's not gonna happen because Spurs have the best Belgium right back already.
Who is he?
No, that's but that's the thing. So because you see, the thing is, if we get the right back Castagna, he has. I mean, I'm sure many of you all agree with me that he is highly rated. What? So we definitely we should have gotten him, and we get Doherty. Then at least Serge can say bye bye to the club. Because we know he's committing too many.
I'm happy with Doherty and Serge, actually, because for Belgium they have had poor left fullbacks for years. In their golden generation, they have poor fullbacks. It's so bad that they have to play their best centre back as a right back and left back. Both were at Spurs. So. Yeah, I think we dodged a bullet there lah. So he went to Everton, is it?
No, he's gone to Leicester.
He went to Leicester, right? Yeah. I'm telling you, we dodged a bullet there lah. He may have a few games that he does well, but I think in terms of player performance wise, statistics. Matt Doherty and even Aurier will do better than him.
Okay, speaking about right backs, since you're on the screen right now, in our recent friendly games, this particular player that we got on loan from Benfica, if I'm not wrong, he played right back now.
Oh yes, the beast.
Yeah, there's this guy, this chief scout that told me he's gonna be a beast and someone to look out for. Can you enlighten us?
Yeah.
Okay. So you remember? Do you know Joe Felix, the one that went
Yeah,
to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Benfica.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
actually, Jetson and Joe Felix were in the same youth team, right? So
Yeah.
Jetson was more highly rated than Joe Felix. Joe Felix was like nobody. They even didn't look at him. All right. Jetson was at the forefront that everybody wanted to sign. But then he had a long-term injury. So when he had a long-term injury, he had a layoff. That's where Joe Felix overtook him. And then he went to Atletico. And now when he came back from injury, right, a new manager came to the club and played him in not so favored position because he was excelling as an attacking mid and was scoring goals, long shots, very deadly. So when he played as a right mid, of course he didn't get that opportunity, the same opportunity to score goals. So that's where his performance dipped. So now he comes on loan with us, new lease of life. So I hope Jose gets to play him as an attacking mid. If he plays him as an attacking mid, he will unleash the beast. I'm telling you.
The beast. So you for what you, from your opinion, you think he should be attacking mid lah?
It's his position, is it?
Yeah, it's his position. He plays similar to the Dele Alli role, where he's a attacking mid, second striker, off the main striker kind of player. Yeah.
So talking
that's
about
his
attacking, you know,
Hey,
who do you
fuck you,
think
Trump.
So who else do you think we should sign?
Okay, who? Striker.
Okay, who?
I think we're gonna sign one striker, which I talked to Shah. He's still in negotiations from my sources, but I cannot say lah. I cannot say yet lah, because both sides very irritating. But I think we
leave it.
we are
We
looking
leave
at
it at the last one.
yeah.
We leave it at
I think we're looking at Milik from Napoli, and there's this another Austrian striker, Paston Daco. Who is supposed to be like the next Henry or something.
Next Henry, wow, that's a long shoe to fill up. So
he's at 20 million, so yeah, why not?
yeah, hey, Mr. Caucus. So you were talking about formations all just now, right? Heated, you know, suddenly go talk about Triple SC. What do you think? Which department do you think that so far we had a good transfer window?
I think it's been a good transfer window. We needed to replace Dembele. We got Højbjerg in. I mean, Højbjerg will intercept and try to win the ball back. He's not very good as a ball carrier, but hopefully he'll win it and pass it on to Son and to Dele Alli. We needed a more stable right back and someone who can also attack. So we got Matt Doherty, second highest fantasy points at right back or something like that, behind Alexander Arnold. And then Joe Hart just as a backup, right? I mean, that helps us. Ultimately, it's not major signings that's going to put us in
small fixes.
In the title challenge, but it's fixing what we need. It's not a major overhaul. Possible to get fourth place. For Jetson, right, it's total bull. He's just the only reason he's at Spurs, right, is because Jorge Mendes is his agent. Got lobang from Jose, so we are parking him there. We are parking Jetson there for 18 months, and hopefully he will come good, guys. The thing is hopefully only, because I've looked at the stats on Wikipedia. It is nothing fantastic. Only 5 youth goals, nothing as a professional at Benfica, so nothing to be impressed about. But we're just hoping it comes good. If it doesn't, then Jorge Mendes will just ship him back to another club and just move him around till he hits fire. So we can hope but you know, there's nothing proven. Guys like Højbjerg, guys like Matt Doherty, they are proven, they are ready to go. They play in the Premier League, they can do it. That's why I will pick Doherty over Castagna. Castagna guy is 24. He will need to settle. He will also take another 1 year. But Matt Doherty is good to go for the next 3 years.
Okay, very, very interesting insights, especially about Jetson Fernandez.
Yeah. But I feel I'm in the middle between what Daryl and Troy said. So it's a very tough period for Jetson to actually get in tune because he hasn't get much chances to be fielded. I mean, one time he plays a midfield, then one time as a winger, then as of recent in the friendly he plays a right back. So it's very hard to pre-identify his actual strength. So like what Troy said,